Monkey Riot sent me a box that I'm assuming has pedals inside. But my question is, how many? This box looks like it could fit 2, maybe 3 pedals in there. Let's find out together. It looks like 3 pedals. We've got the Tempus, the Backsteat driver, and the retroFUZZ. The retroFUZZ, I think I remember, has a dinosaur on it. And so I requested that one as part of the package. The Tempus sounds like it's some sort of wild fuzz delay. What is the Backsteat driver? It's based on the 80s Multivox Big Jam Space Driver. Basically a Dynacop into an electro distortion. All right. And the retroFUZZ is a take on a Rush pet box. Let's get them out of the boxes so we can see what we're dealing with here. Here is the Tempus Fuzz. There we go. I remember these. This fun kind of like black on chrome art is fun. We've got a momentary switch right here. Oh, this looks involved. And there's a little toggle as well. There it is, the retroFUZZ. Look at that. Ah, I saw that art and I was like, oh, I like that. Send one of those to me. I'm glad they did. Before I've even heard it, I'm happy to have it. For those of you who are unaware, I am in a dead dinosaur themed surf band. Well, we're not terribly active anymore, but you know how it is. When you have a theme to your music, you see anything that fits that theme, you just kind of want it. And here is the Backsteat driver. All right, let's plug them in and see what they sound like. All right, I'm going to start off with my Fender Ventera 2 Road Worn Jazzmaster running into the motherboard in case I want any delays or reverbs or anything like that, which of course is running into the 2 Princetons Rig. All right, let's do it. I want to have just a quick taste test of each pedal on the settings that they shipped with. Who knows if those settings make sense at all, just so we can know what we're about to get into here. Here we go. The retroFUZZ. All right, the Backsteat driver. Sounds like an Overdrive. Now this thing. No? There we go. Oh, that's going to be weird, isn't it? All right. Well, let's get into it. retroFUZZ first. The dinosaur here. We got controls of volume, tone, fuzz, and bias. I love it when a fuzz has a bias control. That means it's going to get spitty and gated, right? Maybe Velcro rippy. Yeah. Turn down the volume a little bit. Oh, the fuzz is real low. Let's fix that. Try that sweep with the fuzz at noon. pure Velcro there. I like it. Check out the range of the tone control. Let's throw some spring reverb in. Do the heavier mix here. I like it. I love a Velcro rip and fuzz that's starved out with the bias control. So yeah, and it's got a dead dinosaur on it. Of course I like it. I love it. Let's check out the Backsteat driver. What does the manual say about this? The Backsteat driver combines a classic compression circuit with a single transistor overdrive to create a true dynamic overdrive. We've got volume, drive, sustain, and a voice switch and a jangle switch. There are internal controls. There's an envelope direction inside, a relative trim, adjust release time, a bunch of stuff inside. There's a bunch of stuff inside, guys, if you want to get tweaky with it. I'm not going to do that in this video. Let's just twist knobs and flick switches and see what happens. So level, drive, sustain, voice, and jangle. Am I out of tune? Wouldn't be surprised. Starting off, it's got a very bright, like nasal sort of thing going on. Let's see what kind of sounds we have to work with here. We've got the level control. Sustain. Let's start with it all the way rolled off. Jangle switch. And this is the drive. What a unique dirt puddle. I was expecting a very standard sort of overdrive with a compression built in, but this has just such a nasal thing going on. Let's try adding in back some of that sustain. Pull back the level a bit. Let's just max it. I've been on the bridge for a minute. Let's try the middle. And the neck. There's some serious personality going on there. The question is it compatible with your personality as a guitarist? So much personality going on right now. Here is the neck position doing the same thing. And the bridge position. With the jingle up. With the voice up. How unique! How interesting! How strange! I'm going to be thinking about that one for a while. How would I use that? It's got the sustain of the compressor, but it also has this very nasal, filtered, cocked wah thing going on. Like this is a lead boost. You want to boost into a lead and have sustain and grit, but also just cut through the mix. Seems like this would be an excellent pedal to get you there. Now this thing, got 6 knobs, 2 foot switches, a little flick switch here, some sort of momentary situation. What the heck am I even getting into? I know it's a fuzz. I know it's a delay. Warning! Oscillation and feedback are a huge part of the Tempus sound, and controls are interactive. If experiencing runaway feedback, reduce, recycle, and increase saturation beyond 50%. Whatever that means. We got volume, balance, saturation, shape, time, recycle, mod, halftime. I like the sound of that. This says loop back foot switch, momentary, create self-oscillation, internal tremor adjusts onset speed. All right. The mod switch, up position activates envelope controlled modulation. Envelope controlled. This thing is going to be wild. More noticeable at long delay times, intensity adjusted via internal tremor. Halftime push button, momentary, immediately reduces delay time by 50% or more. When released, delay time ramps back to delay set on time control. Okay, what does the saturation do? Adjust fuzz intensity and timbre. All right. Balance, right there. Blends between dry fuzz and echo effect. Recycle, right there, increases delay feedback. Time should be self-explanatory. Adjust delay time for 30 milliseconds up to 600 milliseconds. Shape, adjust tonality of fuzz and repeats. Reducing adds bass, increasing adds treble. All right, let's just jump into it and see what kind of treble we can get into. Yeah. I've immediately gotten myself in trouble. Let's start fresh. I want to know where that static noise is coming from. This seems like one for the noisemakers. There's some great sounds there. It's a noisy pedal, that's for sure. out a lot. I think I like it better with faster delay times, but man, there's still just a ton of noise going on. You know if you want that. You know if that's up your alley. And everyone else is sitting there like, what the heck would I do with that? This is a noise-making machine. And all the noisemakers out there are like, exactly! That's what I love! I want it! Ridiculous. It feels like the sort of thing where I could sit here and explore it for a really long time. Everything feels really interactive with each other. It's kind of like a fuzz factory where you have to explore the relationship in between all the knobs, like all the knobs and all the switches. There's certain areas on here where like you get a dramatic effect out of the halftime thing. And there's other settings where you don't. There's settings where you get a ton of noise, which might be what you're after. And there's settings where you get less noise, but the noise is still there. There's settings where you get this immediate repeat and then this distant trailing bounce of noise. And there's other settings where the repeats are just right on top of you and infinite and full volume. It's wild. That is a wild pedal. I have a feeling I'm barely scratching the surface of what it's capable of. But yeah, we've got the retroFUZZ here, which is great sounding, which is strangely the most normal pedal on the whole collection here when a fuzz is your most normal pedal. What are you doing? You're getting weird, aren't you? Especially when you've got an overdrive. It's an overdrive, and it's super duper weird. These are pedals for the weirdos out there, guys. Super bright nasal. That built-in compressor does this like blooming thing. Got different voices and jangle settings. And then this thing. A true set ender pedal. So what do you guys think? Which one would you pick? What are you going for? All three? You're going to buy all three? Oh man, big spender over there. Love the art. Love the concepts. Love the boldness of the circuits. These pedals are not subtle. And that's the sort of thing that I like. So anyways, huge thanks to Monkey Riot Pedals for sending these out to me and for waiting. They've been very patient, which I appreciate. They hit me up back in June or July or something like that, and I already could tell that I was booked out way too far. I was like, you can send them, but it's going to be a while. So thank you, Monkey Riot, for being patient and waiting your turn. And thank you to you, the viewer, who made it all the way to the end. Not many did. You're one of the few, the proud, the video enders. Let me know you're one of the few and the proud down in the comments section. And you know what? Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, dislike, leave me rude, nasty comments. Support us on Patreon. Buy a shirt if you're naked. And you know what else?
Stay grounded.
That's right. Stay grounded. Bye, everybody.